welcome back to another reaction. By the way, we hit 200 on YouTube, so W for that. I appreciate the subscribers and all of that. I think we're at like 211 right now. Anyway, that's like a big accomplishment for me. But anyway, welcome to the night crew, all 211 of y'all. But anyway, we got another reaction by Penguin Z0, and I think this is my first time reacting to his channel. But anyway, we all owe him an apology. Before I even start, like the video, like his video, subscribe to his channel, subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated, you know? But anyway, we're about to get right into it.
It's me, your fairy godfather, Charles. And I'm here to grant you a special wish. And that wish I know you just made was for knowledge. So I will go ahead and pollinate you with my sweet nectar of knowledge. The situation I covered a couple days ago with the individual who was driving with a suspended license on a Zoom court hearing about his suspended license actually has some huge.
Okay, I seen this video. So for those of y'all who don't know, it's this real one. I don't know if it's just on Instagram, but I seen it on Instagram. That's the reason I clicked on this video, because I've seen the thumbnail. But anyway, this man, apparently his license, he wasn't supposed to have it, but he answered the Zoom call from the court while he was driving. I don't know why. I guess we're about to find out right now.
Huge twists and turns here that not even the Game of Thrones showrunners could have figured out to subvert our expectations. The whole galaxy, but especially the Michigan Secretary of State's office, owe this man a huge, sincere apology.
Oh my god.
Addressing the elephant in my ass, yes, I am still not home. I am still in front of this SpongeBob title card of a background behind me, but it's very funky and I appreciate that. I'm still on the run. I publicly said My Hero Academia fell off and I haven't been safe since. So,
yo, what?
Anyway, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this whole case, I'll drop the lore for you. An individual named Corey Harris went viral for this Zoom court hearing where this happened.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Here we go.
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait. Okay. So maybe I don't understand something.
This is what
a
I
driver
see.
on a license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
They both look confused.
Oh.
An iconic moment in legal history that will no doubt be studied by the best and brightest minds in the field for eons to come. A perplexing case.
Oh my god,
Now,
what happened?
all of humanity was clowning on this. I made a video talking about this briefly and then going over some other really classic Zoom court moments. Because it's just so silly. Like, to go to the Zoom court hearing while driving with a suspended license, it's kind of a fucking power move, actually. Like, that's a statement right there. The only thing that could have made that any better is if he was puffing on a cigar while drifting around. I've really got this as like a cheesy action movie in my head.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen it, it caught me off guard because you're answering a Zoom call from court for a suspended license or something, and you're driving. Like, he could have at least got out the car and just acted like, you know, he walked there, maybe. They wouldn't have been able to prove it, huh? But anyway, let me lock in.
He's the main character. And then he like gets out of the car and he pushes away on a skateboard and hits a kickflip or something on the way out and tells the judge to pipe down. He's got more important things to take care of. But it turns out, like a transformer, there was more than meets the eye here. So while he may have been driving with a suspended license on paper, it turns out that wasn't the reality of the situation. It was actually a clerical error. It is true that his license was suspended in
His driver's license was suspended in 2010 for unpaid child support, but a judge I can read, y'all, I swear. It's just the college dropout in me. That's literally what it is. Rescinded the suspension in January 2022, the TV station said. You can get your driver's license revoked for not paying child support? I didn't know that.
2010. However, it was rescinded in 2022. So what happened is, due to this error in the internal combustion engine that is our beyond dog shit legal process.
Hold on. Okay, by the way, rescinded means that they revoked it. Like he had his driver's license back. Me personally, I had to go look it up. So if you didn't know what it means, now you do.
Process, that information never made it through the proper channels. So he should have been totally green light to drive. You can take the license away from the man, but you can't take the man away from the license. It's the same thing. I just said the same thing in a different way. That's definitely not how that's supposed to work. Like the expression. Point is, it's not like when they took away his license, it was like the Space Jam basketball taking away his like ability to drive. He still had the capability of driving, just not the legal authority to do so. But in 2022, he did get that granted back to him, or at least he should have. But apparently,
with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing. Harris told WXYZ TV about the widely viewed incident. His driver's license was suspended in 2010 for unpaid child support, but a judge rescinded the suspension, aka revoked, in January 2022, the TV station said. However, the Michigan Secretary of the State's office never received a clearance from the Saginaw friend of the court, reported WXYZ, which tracked down the clerical error that means that the lifting of the suspension never went into effect. In the video clip, Harris told Simpson he was pulling into a parking lot at a doctor's office for an appointment.
apparently the soulless husks at the
So he wasn't even wait. So he literally was not in the wrong.
Michigan Secretary of State's office never received the clearance from the Saginaw friend of the court. I hate that title, by the way, friend of the court. That shit sounds so childish. Makes me feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book. Yes, this is the Michigan Secretary of State's office requesting thumbs up from the Blorbus County Super Buddies. Looking for big pats on the head, please. Nuzzles you. I don't know. I hate that. Just friend of the court sounds so stupid for like an actual legal thing. So because the Michigan Secretary of State's office never got that clearance, the lifting of the suspension never went into effect. So the judge was working off the paperwork that was incorrect, stating that his license was still suspended when in reality it was not. They tracked down the clerical error and it has been rectified. However, Harris did spend 2 days in jail. And he made this statement saying, with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing. Which I completely understand. And this whole thing is turbo dog shit. It's more than just like blushing of the cheeks, like embarrassing. You know, it's not like his voice cracked while asking someone on a date or something. Like, this is pretty serious. It's unjust what happened to him. Please ignore the Ford ad. They break up every 3 sentences in this article with an ad. I've now sworn that I will never buy a single product that advertises on any mainstream news outlet because of these intrusive fucking abominable ads. But this is the explanation. So a legal deputy,
Kyla Crane, deputy, I'll just drop out of me. Anyway, Kyla Crane, deputy lead. Cut this out, please. Kyla Crane, deputy legal director for the Michigan Secretary of the State, told the station that the process to get a driver's license reinstated can be a complicated process. Sometimes it is simple, as we at the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done. But something happened in the wires and we needed to talk to the court to get the clearance and clean it up for the resident. Crane said.
Deputy Legal Director for the Michigan Secretary of State told the station that the process to get a driver's license reinstated can be a complicated process. Sometimes it's as simple as we at the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done, but something happened in the wires and we needed to talk to the court to get the clearance and clean it up for the resident. Which they didn't do until he had already been in jail for 2 days. So, like, he still suffered from this and I think he should be compensated for that. He didn't do anything wrong.
So he basically went to jail for no reason? You know what? My bad. My bad. Cause honestly, I didn't even realize it. I literally thought he was just like, you know, because why would you answer the call? But he genuinely wasn't doing anything wrong. That might have been why he looked so confused.
But he had no way of knowing that or knowing how to properly correct this. In an interview that he gave after the dust had settled with all of this hoopla, he did mention that his license was supposed to be fixed 2 years ago, but it just didn't. So he was aware that there was something definitely awry here, something was wrong, but he didn't really know what to do about that. So he still ended up, you know, turning himself in and all of that. And then in the interview, he did mention at the end, always double check the workers because they say they're going to do something and they just don't. He's 100% right about that. When you deal with anyone in any kind of government position, it seems like they view it as a shameful thing to do their job. Like, they seem to want to do everything but what they're supposed to, which really hurts just
I don't think I've ever had to deal with anything legal. Ever.
normal, average people. And also, no one watching
I didn't even know all of
had
this.
any way of knowing that either. Since this story came out with this update here, people have been mad at me saying like, oh, how could you have fucking slandered this man? You should have really looked into this a little bit deeper so you would have known he was innocent from the start. Brother, look around. What the fuck are you talking about? How would I have gotten that information unless I was fucking auditing them? Like the...
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when everybody seen that clip, we all thought he was kind of, you know, crazy. Because why? Come on now. When we looked at it, we literally thought he had his license revoked, which means he was not supposed to be driving at all. And he answered a Zoom call while he was driving. With a revoked license. Like, come on now. We all thought it. We all thought it. We just didn't say nothing.
Goddamn, what was it? The Saginaw friend of the court? Like, the Michigan Secretary of State's office? What am I supposed to do? Like, march on over, kick the doors in and say, everyone, hands up. I'm going to need to see all your paperwork here. I saw this silly clip online and I need to verify the authenticity of the driving without a license charges. Give me everything you've got. I got a fucking warrant here for all of it. So, come on. Like, what the,
Exactly.
There's not an amount of research anyone could have done to find that information. They had to track down the clerical error on their side. There is nothing some fucking bumbling reptile brain idiot like me could possibly do to get that information because it is not available unless you literally work there and investigated it. I do think some of the records with the suspension and then like the rescinding of it are publicly accessible documents you can have access to, but it's still not something that you as just like the average dick in hand Joe Schmo can do to connect the dots on why those wouldn't match up, like why this paperwork didn't make it through the whole process, what the hang up was. Like, that's not something that you can track from the outside, I don't believe. So I'm definitely sorry, and I'm super sorry that this happened to him in the first place, because again, he did nothing wrong. He was completely blameless for the driving.
So
with
he
the
was in jail for what?
license
He said 2
charges
days
here.
for no reason?
Like, the biggest apology of all should come from those authorities there, but there's not going to be any repercussions there. They're just going to throw their hands up and go, whoops, clerical error. Gee whiz, sorry, bud. And that'll be the extent of that. They'll just wash their hands of it and be done with it, close the book, and nothing more will come from it. And it's a real fucking shame. They never face any real repercussions for fucking people in the face like this, and it sucks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something comes from this. Maybe there's some kind of internal change where this kind of thing won't happen as often in the future.
I highly doubt it, bro.
But who knows? Anyway, though, I feel terrible for Mr. Harrison. What he went through here, he did not deserve it at all. That's about it. See ya. Good morning.
Alright, man. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that. I did not know this. If I didn't watch this video, I would have never known it. That's why I actually like reacting to stuff like this. Because the more you know, the more you learn. I don't think that makes sense. It might have. Anyway, if you like the video, turn it, what is it turning now, white? Didn't it used to be blue? Anyway, it did, right? Like the video, subscribe, join the night crew, If you like the video enough to go to Twitch, you should go to the Twitch. It's world_next, the same thing as YouTube. I'm gonna see y'all on the next video.